In the world of retail, volume is key, right? Or is quality the key? Or is it advertising? Location? Chicken sacrifices? Profit, my friends. Profit is key. Frank Enbeans knows profit. He sees it everywhere, just as he saw it when he formed the software company Geek-Soft. Now, Frank has his eyes set on the retail world, selling the computers that it takes to run the software his other company creates. But can he do it? He knows the software world. Can he translate what he's learned there to the retail world too? Stay tuned.
Incoming customer detected.
Keep your eyes open, boys.
We need to have a serious talk!
Hello out there to all my fellow entrepreneurs. This is Blind Gamer Plays. My name is Ira, and I want to welcome you guys to King of Retail. This is a very interesting game. I've played a fair amount of it, and I did not expect that I would enjoy it as much as I have. It's kind of one of those games where it sort of surprises you. The game itself is being developed by one person. They do have an artist now working with them as well over the past month or two. But the game is definitely early access. There are a lot of issues still with it. There's a lot of content that they are planning on doing that has not made it into the game. That being said, the game itself is fairly fleshed out for what it is. And the graphics are very simple. The engine is pretty simple, but you know, sometimes the simplicity is sort of key for things. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of options to work with, but I do have everything set to high. I have the music turned off just in case the DMCA monsters decide to come along. But anyways, so again, I've put a fair amount of play into this, and I do have a manager that I have been using quite a bit. It is my Serene Heart persona. That being said, I think, go ahead and create a new manager this time around. And we can name him, we can see what happens with Frank Enbeans in this little one here. Frank Enbeans, as you might be aware, is the manager or the CEO for my Software Incorporated gameplay sessions that have been going on, and well, I guess maybe he can be expanding out a little bit. So the character definitions and such in this game are kind of scary. I'll be flat out with you. They can be a little disturbing to look at, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll make them look kind of nice, I guess. And yeah, sure. And yeah, good enough. That'll work. So we'll go ahead and hit the create button. Sure, I'm happy with that manager. That will work. Okay, so when you first start the game, I see I spelled the name wrong, didn't I? You guys probably caught that. Let me do a different one again then. Sorry. That's my blindness kicking in. There we go. A little bit better. Sure, we'll just kind of go with the same thing that we did before. That'll work. That's fine. Good enough. So, Frank, there we go. Now you are Frank Enbeans. So when you first start the game, you're going to have a couple of different options. And one of these options, if you have played the game before but you haven't done it for a while, is the business school model. They have, in the most recent patch that just came out within the past couple of weeks, included a lot more tutorial type of things. So if you've never played the game before, the business school will teach you what you need to do. The other two options are to do a single store mode and a campaign mode. The campaign mode, again, is not super fleshed out. There is enough content in there to play it for a good while, but it doesn't have as much content as a campaign mode standard kind of idea would be. Basically, you have In single store mode, you have one store that you are in control of. You have the certain items that you sell within that store, and you don't expand beyond that single store. Campaign mode, you go register as a business. You create a new headquarters for yourself as a company, but then for a time period, you will actually be the manager for other people's stores. And you have to make sure that those stores are successful in order to gain levels, gain money, and be able to move forward in the progression of the game. And eventually you will have enough money basically to not only have your headquarters paid for, but also to be able to open up a store and run it from there and try to garner enough business to stay afloat and out of bankruptcy. We're going to do single store mode because personally I think it's funner to do it that way. You can go a little bit further in that mode than you can with campaign mode, at least at this point in time. And it's a little bit easier to deal with some of the other things that kind of crop up with campaign mode. So let's do single store mode. And so yeah, we're going to do a new game. Now you have the choices of what you want to do with your store. And I will say the customization abilities in this game are really good. Really good. They have done an excellent job of figuring out ways to make it so that the stores feel like your own, and also that you have a good sense of control over what's going to happen with your game. So, depending on what you want to sell, the different people groups are going to be more or less interested in your store. So for instance, if you were to open a grocery store selling cheaper items, then people like farmers, laborers, pensioners, that kind of thing, they're going to be probably your primary shoppers, whereas the celebrities and accountants and that kind of thing are going to be less likely to shop at your store. However, if you have a grocery store that sells more higher priced items, organics, that kind of thing, then you're going to get more celebrities, accountants, techies, that kind of thing that are interested in your store, whereas the pensioners, laborers, and so forth will be avoiding your store. So when you first start the game, you have to kind of decide what you want to do with the store. How do you want to cater to the population of the city that you live in? So city size, city wealth, and the fashion sense all contribute to the amount of different groups that are within your city. So for instance, if we were to change our city size to larger, then you notice we went from having kind of a bigger farmer and that kind of thing to having a smaller bit, and the others kind of added more into everything. City wealth, again, if you do the higher tier wealth, you notice the farmers are now almost non-existent. You get more celebrities, more accountants, techies, and so on and so forth. And fashion sense, yes, that does contribute to the groups that are there, but this is more about whether or not the items that you sell to people are going to be like they're going to consider the importance of whether or not it's a high fashion item in their decision making of coming to your store. And some items this doesn't make any difference to. So for instance, groceries, the fashion sense doesn't really contribute to a person coming into your store. Whereas if you're selling clothing or shoes or things like that, it would have a big contribution factor. So we're gonna kind of go middle of the road on the fashion sense, and high city wealth, high city size, and that should be good. I want to start a store that sells computers because I'm a geek. And my guy Frank Enbeans, he's all about, the software company. So maybe now he's trying to branch out and sell computer systems to run the software that he's creating. So we're going to sell computers. But as you can see, there's a lot of different things that you can do to sell in this game. So you can do pants, you can do shoes, shirts, computers, mobile phones, groceries, food, and beverages. So food and groceries, they're kind of tied together. Food tends to be more like the frozen items and vegetables and fruit and that kind of thing, whereas groceries will have like everything from cereals to cleaning products. And beverages, again, is a little bit separate because this tends to deal more primarily with alcoholic beverages. So when starting the game, you can choose more than one thing that your store is going to have available. However, for simplicity's sake, we're going to do just computers. Maybe later, as the store expands, we can also do mobile phones, because those two go really well together. Same with groceries, food, and beverages. Those go really well together. But selling computers and shoes in the same store, it's not going to work out that great. Like, you'll get customers, but you'll get ones that are coming in that just have absolutely no interest in the computers. And if you're low on stock on the shoes, they're just going to walk right back out. Whereas if you sell computers and mobile phones, they might be convinced to go ahead and do something with a mobile phone because it's close enough, technology wise that you could probably convince them. So we're going to do store. Nope, that is not going to be the name of the store. We're going to call this Geek-Byte. And I messed that up a bit again, didn't I? There we go. Okay. We're going to change the logo. And we're going to put in the Blind Gamer Plays. And you notice, like, there's a lot of options that you can already do that are baseline, but you can also insert your own images and stuff into the game too. It's pretty cool. It really is. It's pretty cool. And you can colorize the logo as well if you want, but we're not going to worry about that. So Geek-Byte. And now you can choose the colors of your store. So you can see there's quite a few different customization things that you can do here. Gonna go with that. That looks pretty nice, I think. And then maybe a darker version as well. Not black, but go with kind of a darker purple. That's kind of nice looking. I like that. Sign color, we're gonna change that to match a little bit as well. Maybe do a lighter. No, that's probably too bright. Yeah, we'll go with almost black. Yeah, that'll work. That's fine. That looks pretty good. And the name color's fine. So we'll hit accept. And yes, we want to start the game. So when you first start the game, you are going to be put in front of your store. And message from the City Hall. Congratulations on your new store. This is your pre-opening day, meaning you have all the time in the world to get your store ready for the grand opening. To help you, we have prepared a list of things to do to get up and running. Good luck. Yes, indeed. So this right here is basically just kind of a little walkthrough of what you should have in place before you open your store to make your business have a chance of succeeding. And some of the things you cannot bypass at all. So you walk with WASD, turn with the mouse, and so on and so forth. So our store is pretty small. It has very barren walls and all that kind of good stuff. But it's a start. So back here is the storage area. It's empty right now. And over here is the staff room. This is the room that your staff will take breaks and so on and so forth. You can have staff in the game. So we are going to do a couple of changes here. So first off, I cannot stand the white walls. So we're going to change that around. I'm trying to design. Okay. So we are going to design the interior. Now, again, there's a lot of choices to do here. First, we're going to change the color scheme a little bit to maybe match the outside of the store. And we're going to go with our flooring first. So there's a lot of different options that are available that you can choose from to have your floors look. And each of them, you know, kind of, it costs a little bit to modify everything. Change the color just a little bit more. We'll darken it up. There we go. What's that look like? That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Nice wood floor there. Okay, we'll go with that. Yep. Hit the wrong button. Now we got to try to match it again. You can also, once you've kind of discovered a color that you want to work with, you can save the color. Let's choose something different. This one looks pretty nice too. So we'll do that. That'll work. Okay. So I want to go ahead and oh yeah, there's the theme colors too. I forgot about that. But right now our theme apparently is green. We don't want to do green. So let's go ahead and just establish this here real quick, just because it'll save time later. Sorry, it's been a little while since I've played. I'm just trying to get the memory correct. There, that's the button. We need to do this. Save current color. There we go. Okay, so now the color has been saved right there. So, yeah, okay, that'll work. Now, we need to change the walls, and we're going to do that too. So the walls, we're going to make a little bit of a different color. We'll kind of maybe go with a lighter color, yes, but not super heinous. And maybe not pink. Let's see. Yeah, that's not too bad. We'll take that one. We'll take that one. And we can save that color now as well. So lots of wall choices. Some of the wall choices are a little hideous, but you know, sometimes retail shops get that, right? You walk in and oh my God, their wall is, what have you done here, people? You know. So we'll choose something nice, maybe. That's not too bad. Can I go with a brick? Yeah, we can go with a brick. That'll work. That's not too bad. It kind of fits a nice text style, I guess, in weird ways. So, yep, I think we got it all covered. And then you can also change the ceiling color as well. So we will do that. We'll go ahead and change that to black, because I think that gives a nice accent to everything. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now that you have your store kind of looking a little bit better in whatever way you want, now you have to figure out your inventory stuff. So this is where you do it. That little button right there brings up all the inventory information. So we are going to need storage for our computers to be on display. And we have to choose which one we want. Now we're limited on cash. We have $3,840 left. And we have to buy inventory to sell as well. Keep that in mind. So you can kind of outpour a lot of money right here at the beginning, but it's not a good idea. You want to be sure that you have enough money to be able to function for the coming days. So I'm going to go with, I think, this one, because if I remember correctly, this one will allow me to have 4 computer systems on display. Oh, I had to sneeze. Sorry about that. So we'll put that right here in the corner. And then let's go ahead and modify the color on that, because that's pretty gross. So we want to walk up to it, hit E, and do the design on it right there. So we can change the colors. And we're going to go with the saved colors. We will go with that one there. Sure, that matches pretty well. And then the blue, let's just go ahead and change that over to black, and we can save the black color then as well. So yeah, there we go. That's not too shabby. Okay. So then, now that we have a display set up, we also bare minimum have to have a cash register to be able to sell. So you click on registers and this will give you the options. And again, we're going to go with the cheap option. Cheap and sleazy. It works well. This will cover things for quite a while. I mean, and so you notice how it's got a long end and a short end. Okay. The short end is where your cashier is going to stand. And in this case, it's going to be us because we are going to be the only employee for now. And then the long end are where customers are going to come. So, and then we need an office furniture. We need to get a computer. This is our marketing computer. And we're going to put that into the staff room. I don't know how much we'll make use of it, but it is there. So then we also need to have a bit of storage. So bare minimum, you need to have a place that things will be delivered, and you need to have a place where things are stored. So if we click on the storage tab, right here is the storage bins, and we'll go with the cheap one for right now because this will hold 20 items, and that doesn't count stacks. That's 20 items total. So if you have, for instance, 20 cases of beer that you're trying to sell, the case of beer is not going to be just one case of beer. It's going to count as 20 cases of beer. I hope that makes sense. Drop that right there. And then for the delivery object, we will just put down a pallet because again, that will take 30 items. So, and I think the other one said 22 was seeing it. Nope, it does 20. Okay. So, the pallets hold 30. The storage bin holds 20. So we've got a little bit of a mismatch, and that's okay. Let us go ahead and change the color scheme on this just to get everything matching. Why not? Oh, shoot. I just hit the wrong button there. That. That. And there we go. So nice matching, everything, you know, meshes well together. So this is all the items technically that you need to open up your store, right? But you've got to have articles to sell. And that's done through this menu. Yeah, right here. So buying inventory. Here, manage articles. That's what we need. So not design, but go under manage articles. And when you're on manage articles, then you can do the order article. And this is where the actual things to sell are going to be. So in this list right here, you're going to see only the things showing up that your store has been designated as having on offer. So right now it's only showing me the electronics and computers, right? Because we didn't choose grocery. So grocery isn't showing up in this list, right? Okay. So computers. Now we have 2,900 that we can spend. We have to keep in mind that we have to pay bills. So you have to pay rent every day. You have to pay the electric, all of that kind of stuff, plus your staff. Right now, the only staff is us, so we don't have to worry about that. But we have to be conscious of how much money we have to mess around with. And we also need to have enough different kind of things on offer for the customers so that they will have interest in purchasing them. So I'm going to go with buying perhaps 2 of these. Bump that up to 2. And you can see right here the running total of whatever we order is going to cost. Okay. So that'll give us a computer to sell. And then, oh, and also, okay. When you're looking at the stats of things, you notice right here in the bottom corner, there's a set of bars. Okay. So the green represents the value. The blue represents the quality. And then if I remember right, the purple represents the fashion sense. I'll be able to tell you for sure once we get to the office, but I think that's how it works. But anyways, each of these does have an impact on what types of people are going to buy these products, right? So something that is like this, for instance, it would cost us $270 to purchase it, okay? And it's on the cheaper side of things, so its green bar is a little lower. Therefore, it will be more attractive to those who cannot afford to spend a whole lot, right? So the more expensive items are going to have that higher green bar. You see right here, this one costs $490. No, $401. This one costs $401 to buy, and it will sell for $507. You can see that listed right there. So this has a higher green bar comparatively. Okay. So let's just grab a couple items. I'm going to do a couple of cheapo things. Yeah, we can just grab that guy right there. We'll do 2 of those. And then we want to have some peripherals or monitors. And I think for right now, we'll go with the monitors. And again, we can just grab a couple. So far we're spending $1,200. Not bad. But remember, we've only got room for probably 4 things to be displayed. So sure, we'll go with this one here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and order these items. Okay, order has been placed. And because we're in the spending day, you know, the pre-spending day or pre-opening day, our delivery guy will be coming shortly. So once that shows up, then we can actually put things onto the shelves and stuff. So I'm gonna speed up time just until we can get this guy here. Is that button right there? He should be coming. Maybe. Or did they change things? They might have changed things, actually. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we actually have to... So they did change the tutorial a little bit. We actually have to go in and push the button to request delivery. So now he's on his way. Sorry about that. Hey, Fred. How you doing? It's been a little while. Yeah, we haven't played this for a little while, have we? Let's go ahead and drop the stuff in the back there. That's fine. I'll get it arranged from there. So he'll come in. He'll drop it off on the pallet. And once he drops it off on the pallet, then it has to be unpacked so that we can put it onto the shelves. So we're going to unpack it. We'll go ahead and put it into faster mode just so that it can get done faster. Okay, so now we have to come out here and actually put it onto the displays. Okay, so you do that by coming up to the display case, hitting E, and then clicking on the edit display. So again, we'll choose our electronic items. And we can choose, first off, what is being displayed. So, okay, so I was wrong, I guess. This one only holds 2. They must have changed that too. Okay. Well, we'll have to modify things a little bit. All right, well, we'll put this on this shelf. We'll put this on this part of the shelf, okay? And then if we hit the back button and we hit add articles, then it's going to restock the items that are there on that shelf. How much money do we have? We've got a little bit. So I can go ahead and do another shelf, I guess. Sorry about that. Again, it's been a little while since I've played, so things have changed a little bit here and there with the way that things are laid out. So we're going to do the design. We're going to make it match. You know what? to be easier, if we go here and go to design, we can copy that design and just come over here, hit design and hit paste, and there we go, it matches. So we can then go in, edit the articles, hit the electronics, and now we'll go down to the monitors because that's the other portion of things that we have. We can do that. So now we can hit the article. Okay. And as you can see, we actually have room on these shelves right here for 2 more items, but we don't have enough in stock to fill it all up. The monitors do take up a lot more space. And I see that, like, the way I've got it arranged here right now might not be the most efficient, because the customers are not going to be able to get to the other side of things. So all we have to do is hit move, and we can kind of bring it out a little bit, I guess. So if we put it like here, and then we move this one as well. There we go. That'll give them a little bit more freedom to move around in it. Okay, so and then before I forget about it, I'm going to go ahead and open that register, because I do sometimes forget about it. So yeah, we're good to go. So at this point in time, we can move on. Oh yeah. So another part of the tutorial, I don't always put things here, but these 2 spaces here in front of the store, as you can see, the windows are right here. These 2 spaces, you can put items that you sell in here, not for sales display, but to display to the people that are outside, so that they can look at the window and say, oh, hey, there's a really cool item. I think I'm going to go in there and purchase that item because now I'm really excited to buy it, because it's a window display, you see. So we've got that item in there, and then we can do this one, and we'll do the other laptop, I think, maybe, or the monitors. So which monitor is it that we have, actually? That's a good question. I don't remember. Let me go up here and edit the articles. It is the Firestorm, kind of the purpley pink one. Okay, is it? Nope, that's the Pair Easy. There we go. That's the one. So we'll set that up for display too. And just like everything else, you can alter the color scheme, the appearance, all that kind of stuff. The game is really, really cool as far as, letting you customize how you want things to look. I dig it. It's really cool. It's kind of one of those things that you can get into and make use of if you want. So yeah, that looks pretty good. So now these 2 items, because we have them on display, those 2 items are more likely to be bought by customers, because they're going to be excited about those goodies. So yeah, so let's go ahead and leave the store, because we are technically ready. We're set up for everything to be done. So as you can see, our rent today was $100. The rent will go up as you get more expansion in your store. As you get more items in your store, you're going to have to pay taxes, so on and so on and so on. So when your store closes, this is where you go to finish up the day and to prepare for the next. And here you have all the time in the world to do what needs to be done before opening tomorrow. If you click next here, it's going to take you through a tutorial. We're not going to bother with that. We're just going to go ahead and close things. So in your office here, there are a lot of different things that you can do. Right here, you can set what hours your store is open. Some stores work really well opening earlier, and some stores work really well staying open later. It just depends on what you have going on and what you're selling and so on and so forth. Any employees you have are going to be listed here, and you can see whatever traits they have and how they are skilled, so on and so forth. This is your schedule. This will show you all the people that you have scheduled for each of these days and whichever position they're currently working with. this is your computer system. All your stuff is going to be done through here. So all of your ordering of inventory, your emails, everything is all done through here. Speaking of emails, I'll go ahead and check to see if we have any. Nope. So nothing today. And then over here is your save file. If you look right here, quality, fashion, and luxury. That's what those bars are. So the green represents the quality. The higher that is, the higher quality it's going to be, and basically the higher price it's going to be. Blue, fashion. So again, some people are concerned about fashion. And luxury, most of the time computer systems are going to be pretty high luxury because it's not food. And you can get a look here. It's kind of hard to see. I can't zoom it in very well, but you can look here and see sort of a breakdown of who's going to be interested the most in what. So as you can see, so for instance, pensioners have a very low interest in fashion, right? The wealth gap is going to be right here, so the higher the wealth is, the more they're going to be interested in the different things. So, kind of important to pay attention to recognize who's going to be the most interested in what you've got going on. This right here basically shows you your profit breakdown for the day. This right here will allow you to retool how you want things to look and so on and so forth. And in fact, we're going to change the theme color right here, right now, because we don't want that hideous green as the theme color. Go ahead and hit accept there. Yep, successfully updated. Okay. And then right here, you can modify what your store looks like. So this will allow you to build onto the store other sections, whether you need more display area to sell to customers, more staff room area, more storage room area. You'll be expanding your store quite a bit. And depending on what you do, as you can see, it's going to cost, if we expanded this right here, and let's say that we adding store area, and if we were to click it basically right now, it'll cost us about $800. So each time that you do something, it will raise the price as well. So if it costs you $800 to do this right now, it might cost like $900 to do it the next time, and so on and so forth. So it kind of grows exponentially each time that you do something. Okay. So, and then this right here is your advertisements. So each day you can run different advertisements in different magazines and newspapers. And each one of the magazines and newspapers focuses on a different set of groups that are within your city. So Simple Life, for instance, is going to be attractive to the farmers and the pensioners and that kind of thing. The Golden Coin is going to be good for the pensioners and those who are feeling thrifty. I think, if I remember right, Golden Coin might be the... Anyways, I don't really ever use that one. Fashion Land, of course, is going to be more about people who are into fashion. Price Hunters, that's the value guys. And Daily News sort of covers everybody, but it's not as effective as focusing in on the single style. So you can choose the size of your advertisements, you can choose the type of your advertisements, you can choose whatever you want to do with it. Again, it's very customizable. We also have this inbox right here. This inbox is the people that are willing to be hired by you. You can go through them right here. We're not going to do it right now because we have no interest in hiring anybody right now. We won't be able to afford to do it for a little bit. But when you do go through the resumes, you'll do an interview with them. And right here is where the interview takes place. You can start to learn some of the traits that they have, what they're interested in, and basically what wage they're going to be interested in working for you for. And finally, this right here is your calendar. Any special events or things in town that are going to be coming up that might impact your store will be listed right here. So if we look right here, sale from Firestorm. So starting on Saturday, we could buy things for, I think, about 20% cheaper, and we could really pay to, get a nice stock if we can afford to do it. All right. So with all that being said, we can save our game right here as well. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And you can exit your game by clicking on this one right here. Okay, all that done. Click here. We can go to our store and start the new day. We gain $1 interest. Yay. All right. So normally before the store opens, you have your deliveries come in. Most of the time. Sometimes they're a little late, but in this case, we don't have any deliveries coming in because we got all of those yesterday. So we don't have to worry about restocking in the morning and so on and so forth. But this is where this is the time period they would come in. So our store is due to open basically in about a half hour. We'll go ahead and make time pass quicker here. And you know what? Real quick. I'm going to pause the game. I need to change the options. Right, there's a. Nope, I guess not. I was gonna say that I thought there was a way to be able to pause the game by a button, and yeah, I guess not. Anyways, so store is open. We're open for business now. Here's where things get a little tricky. So when you first start your business, nobody knows about you. Like you're unknown. So you really need to wait for people to come along, and they're going to kind of look at your store and go, oh, hey, what's this? So if you see this icon appear above their heads, that means that they're interested in talking to you about whatever it is that you have. They're asking what you do here. We sell computers. No interest in that at the moment, so we'll just go ahead and bypass them. We have no interest in talking to them. They have no interest in us. Talk to the next person. We're trying to basically convince people to come into our store. Okay? So, as you can see, he's a little unhappy with us because we didn't offer him anything of value in our conversation. But I'm not worried about somebody that has no interest in anything that I'm selling. So, this guy, he wants to talk. Yes, we sell computers. Good sir. Okay, you could take a look at that. Okay, so now he's wanting to be more convinced to come into our store. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of click this. This makes a random thing happen. He can accept or not. Now he's going to go into our store and take a look. Very interesting. We're just going to, again, do it random because you could spend a lot of time tweaking to get those conversations to work, right? But they are a pain in the butt. And a lot of times you could tweak it down as much as you want to, and they're still going to fail and not be interested in anything that you got to do. So this guy's grabbing up one of the computers. Yes, we made a sale already. Nice. So we'll go ahead and stand here at the cash register, and never mind. He has a question. So we're going to come over here. He has an interest in this, so we can begin the sale. See if we can convince him to buy that as well. And although he was convinced, he's not completely convinced, I think, because he didn't actually grab it up. Oh, no, he did. Good. And you want to be very careful about not missing sales at the register because they will get very ticked off. You'll get very bad reviews and your people will not want to come back. $556. Nice. All right, so we'll make time pass a little bit faster. Yes, you want some help. Of course you do. All right, so we do sell computers here, sir. Yes, that is what you are looking at, and you have no interest in that. So, I mean, I'll try. You're in my store. There you go. I made you happy. Okay, here you go. What you got going on, lady? Very interesting. Yes, it is very interesting.
Thank you.
That's why you're here. Yes, you want to buy my products, buy my computers. Take a look at that. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, wonderful computer. You want this? Yes, you did. Yes, indeed. You are a beautiful, beautiful lady. I love you so much. You're gonna buy my other monitor there too, aren't you? All right. So Not bad, not bad. Got $100 out of that one. Are you gonna have a question, or are you still browsing? What you doing? Okay, real quick, we're gonna come out here, talk to this guy. So, you know, again, the first couple of days, you're probably gonna have to come out here and sort of gab to people and try to convince them. It's just not necessarily worth your time doing. You will get people coming into your store. It's just if you can get them to be convinced to come in from outside, they will kind of be happier as they walk in as a baseline. So they might be more likely to buy a product. And if they do buy a product, to be happy about the product that they bought from you and give you a good review. All of that kind of stuff is pretty important. So that icon that just came up over his head means that he's not necessarily interested in anything that we have. He's just here to browse. Sometimes they'll walk in and they will have like a symbol of a computer over their head or a mobile phone or something like that. They're going to kind of indicate specifically things that they're looking for in your shop. And if you don't have it, well, then they'll be very upset. Kind of comes down to that. So you did have very interesting thing there, but you know, you didn't want to after all. So, and again, this stuff right here, you could spend a really long time trying to get to work.
Thanks.
And it may not, you know, it may not. It's like, you got to sacrifice a chicken to the voodoo freaking gods to get it to work. I tell you, it's crazy. But once your store starts to have a bit more of a reputation, and you do advertising and that kind of stuff, you don't have to actually go out there very often to convince people to come in. They're just going to kind of come in on their own. So just a matter of you got to do what you got to do at these beginning stages of the game. Nope. No, that was a major fail. So, anybody else? Yep, sure. You want to look? Okay. So, see, he's looking maybe for something more specific. Maybe. Okay. Yeah,
Thanks.
Go on in. Let's take a look. Okay.
Hey, can you help me?
Also, if they come in, they... okay, so here you go. I'm not sure what to look at. This gives you the chance to click on something in your store to try to sell them something. Okay?
Thanks.
There. We convinced her that that's a decent item, that she might be interested in buying it. Okay? Sure, we'll give it a shot. You're in the store. There you go. Okay, this guy wants to buy something. I think you're buying that other monitor over there. There you go. All right. You gonna be awesome, lady? You gonna buy my last product? It's the last, literally, it's the last thing for sale. Come, get, you want it? You want it? You know you want it. She was still kind enough to buy something else for me, and she's happy, so that works. So we've got one computer left. We have $2,500 in the bank now. That's not too shabby. We'll go ahead and get through these guys here, and the store will be closing up soon.
Thanks.
You might want to buy something. Perfect one shows up. Sure. There you go.
Thank
I got
you.
the perfect one waiting right here inside for you. Make sure you buy it, lady. I mean, I convinced her and she's not coming in anyways. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Nope, no such luck. All right, that's fine. Fine for you. No computer for you. Okay, see, they were looking for a mobile device. We don't have a mobile device, so they're probably just going to walk right on back out. Yep. And now our store is closed. We're done for the day. We can go ahead and leave the store. You can wait for time to pass, but we'll just go ahead and leave the store because we don't have anything else to do today. $100 and whatever taxes or rent. A little bit spendy. Okay, so at this stage, we basically have no inventory to be able to sell. So we need to go to the computer system, and we need to go to the order form to buy items to sell. Okay. There's also the option to go to... Nope. Sorry. It's not that one. change things around slightly. Minimum storage. So, minimum storage is how you set what you want to have delivered as a minimum amount of stock on hand each day that you have your company open. Okay. So since this one did not sell that well, we might not want to have that one on hand as much. However, we did sell one. So it's a debate. It's a little spendy, right? So we don't want to go overboard. We could tell it, hey, we want to order, 101 of these items, right? And it will sell us 101 of those items if we have enough cash on hand for it. But I would like to have a minimum stock of 2. I do know from experience with the game that one tends to sell pretty decently once you start getting rolling. I do want to have those laptops too. I don't remember which one it was. We can go to orders and we can go to the sales. And this one right here was the one that we did. So it's an LEDO, L-E-D-O. And it's the one that has kind of the bluish gray color scheme to it. Okay, so we can, if we want to, actually look specifically for the LEDO. And it would be that one. Okay, so let's bring that one over to the side. And we want to have a minimum of 2 of those on hand for now as well. Okay, monitors. We sold out of the monitors, but we can go ahead and do a couple of different ones. This one's a pretty decent one. We'll have 2 of that one. Let's go with... Sure, we'll go with that one. That one's not too bad. We'll have a minimum of 2 of this one. 21, 2. Okay. And then we should look into peripherals too, because we do have room on the shelves if we need to kind of have 8 different items on each of them, or well, at least on the one, if we want to. But peripherals will be good, I think. We can try to sell those. Let's try to do a printer, I think. Well, let's do a router. Those are good. We'll choose that one, and we'll have again a minimum stock of 2. Okay. And yeah, we'll do the kind of El Cheapo printers there, and 2 for that one as well. Okay, so that's a pretty good amount of stock for our store, right? If we click on orders now and we go over here to minimum storage, you can see that this is going to cost us $2,119.20 to basically fill out the minimum storage that we're looking for. And you notice that it's 11, even though we had put in an even amount of things. It's 11 because we already have one of those computers still in stock. So it's ordering up to the amount of items that we need in the minimum stock, right? So we're going to add those. It's going to cost us $1,200. Do we have enough? Look at how much money we have. Yeah, we have $2,400. Actually, we could do a little bit more, but this will be good for now, I think. So we want to go ahead and order the items. We can save the cart as well, so that we can have that as a constant one if we wanted to. But that'll be fine. We'll go ahead and order the items. So that does take the money right out of your funding. And now you're good to go. So check our emails. No emails came in. We will leave the computer system. Okay, so let's go ahead and start the next day and see what happens. So $6 in taxes, and we earned $1 in interest. Oh boy, $1 in interest. Oh boy. Okay. Sorry, needed to take a drink. So we wait for the delivery to come in. Hey, Fred. How's your mom and them? Y'all doing okay? Good. And we know this pallet can hold 30 items, so it's not a problem getting this full delivery going. We will go ahead and unpack all the crates. Okay. And now we'll go out here and we will restock the shelves just by hitting add articles. Okay. Oh yeah. See, we changed. Now here we go. See, we changed the items that were in here. So we need to remove the autofill off of this one and that one. Okay. And we need to choose the items that we want to have in here. So again, we're going to do the monitors. That's a pretty good spot for them. We'll choose that one there and that one there. We'll close this and we will fill the articles. Okay. Our store is open. Nobody's come in yet. That's okay. So now on this one, because we've got those extra goodies and we don't have a display shelf for them, if you click right here where it says manage all spots, you can now choose what is going on each of these spots. This is what I meant by we could have up to 8 items on this shelf. So we're going to go to peripherals and we're going to put the printer. Oh, I'm sorry. Take that off, take that off, take that off. That off. This should now fit, right? Nope, it doesn't want to fit. Why doesn't it want to fit? That is kind of crazy. Okay. So this shelf does not like those items. All right. Well, we've got enough money. Let's go ahead and put on a different shelf then. That's fine. It happened. That's weird because it shows peripherals can fit there. Yeah, we'll do a more expensive one. That's fine. That's fine. These ones go against the walls. Okay, this type of shelf goes against the walls. We'll put it there. Come up here and edit the articles. And you can choose how many shelves you want to have. So you can actually take shelves off here. If you want to only have 2 shelves or something like that, you know, you can do things along those lines. Let's get peripherals. Let's put... take that off. There we go. Let's go ahead and put... this one here and this one here. And then we'll fill up the shelves. There we go. Now, those are all set. Okay, and we can have another couple of items down there on the bottom too if we wish. What you want?
Hey, got a second?
Hey, yes I do, but give me a moment. What item do I suggest? I suggest you go with that one. The most expensive item. Take that. You know you want it. Nope, you don't want it? Okay, get out of my store then. Get off my lawn. I don't need you.
Thanks.
Okay. Sure. Why not? We'll give it a shot. Nah. Okay. We'll go ahead and stand over here at the register for right now until somebody either needs us or somebody buys something. So he needed us. Yes, this is a very good item, sir, and you want it so badly. You need it in your life desperately. You want to grab it right now before somebody else comes in and takes it. See? I'm psychic. I convinced him. Nah, I didn't. He didn't buy it. So we've sold one of the monitors. We've sold one of the computer systems. We'll get there. You know, this is the second day. You know, you're not going to have all of your store shelves sell out on your second day. It's just not going to happen. Unless you're really lucky and you sell your things for super, super cheap. All right, this happens sometimes. They'll try to walk around and they'll get stuck if you put your cash register kind of like close to the wall like this. You can either move or they'll eventually get past you. You need that. No, you needed that, sir. Sir. Sir, you needed that item. Okay, well, you'll take something else. That's fine. Okay. Anybody else want to come in? Come on in. I got free coffee in here, guys. Free coffee. Yeah. Totally. Free coffee. You know you want it. Okay, really, we don't actually have free coffee, but we have free donuts. Yeah, free donuts. Come on in. Yeah, you want a donut. They're right over there. See, you get a donut. It's on the inside of here, right? It's a nice item. It's a nice item. Free donut. Yeah, see? Free donut right here. Right here, free donut. Yeah. You know you want that free donut. Go ahead and grab it, lady.
Hi. Spare 2 seconds?
Yes, there is a donut indeed inside of there. Right here. Yes, there is a donut for free. Right there. A donut. No, come on. You know you want the donut. Well, you'll take something else anyway. She's buying a router. Router, donut, it's all the same, right? All right.
Thank you.
Okay. The little sound meant that I leveled up, but I actually, don't have skills to level up. If you had an employee, though, that sound means that they would level up one of their skills, so. Oh, good. You're buying one of my laptops. Thank you.
Can you help me?
Well, I can try.
Hey,
Do you want that
help
free
me?
donut? There is that free donut right inside of there. And it's an amazing donut. It's the
Thanks.
best donut in the world. Yes, I hear you. I know.
Hey,
I'm coming.
got a second?
Okay, that lady's mad because I didn't serve her. Yes, you want the donut. Are you going to get the magical,
you.
mystical donut of wonder and joy? Wonder and joy. Wonder and joy. Yes. He's getting the free donut. Ha! I kid you, there is not a donut inside of the computer. I am not an idiot. I'm not going to put a donut inside of the computer, sir. I fooled you. I totally fooled you.
Hey, have a minute?
Sure, I have a minute. Do you want the donut too? There's a donut inside of there as well. You totally want that donut,
Thanks.
lady. You can print your own donut. It's a printer. You can print your own donut. Donut printer. Donut printer. Come on. Okay. No donut printer for her. But you see, we did pretty well. I mean, this is decent for being the second day. We have made more than what we spent. So, not bad. Not bad. We can't complain on it. Not bad at all. And in fact, we need to change this display because we're no longer selling that item. So if we have enough time, we're going to change this display. So we got to tear it down first. We might not have enough time before the end of the day comes. We will try. Let us do a peripheral. We got this printer. It always shows everything so hard. There we go. Yeah, well, we'll have it done by the end of the day. So $100 for rent. There we go. So, now you saw that there were a lot of people that were popping up with having questions and wanting help with sales. The conundrum with this game is that you do have that as more customers come in, you're going to get that more and more. And you're going to have a lack of time to be able to get all of that stuff settled, along with doing inventory, along with doing cashiering, along with doing all the other things. So a grocery store, you don't necessarily have to have a salesperson right away. Okay. It's not absolutely necessary. But when you have, especially because with a grocery store, you're going to get a lot of customers coming in and out and in and out. It's just the nature of a grocery store. Okay. But they're kind of lower ticket items. So you have to sell in volume to get it to work correctly. With a computer store or a mobile phone store, you have to be a little bit more concerned about the sales part of it and not about the, how do I want to put it? The inventory management and so on and so forth. The sales is what's the most important, because each of the things that you can convince them to buy is going to be a lot of money coming in. And if you can't get them convinced, well, then you're kind of screwed. So with a computer store, the first employee that I tend to hire is someone who can sell. So that's what we're going to do right now. I know it's going to cost us per day to be able to have somebody working in sales for us, but the amount of money that we can potentially make, because we lost a couple of sales there today, the amount of money that we can potentially make by being able to upsell people can definitely overwrite the amount of money that you're outputting for the salesperson. Okay, just putting it to you that way. And you don't, like, once you've got somebody hired, you don't pay them unless they work, and you only pay them for the amount of hours that they work too. So I'll go in more into that later. This guy may not be, lady, Savannah. Yeah, Savannah. Savannah might not be the best, because the only experience that she's got is that she shops at stores a lot. But we can start the interview process and see what happens. Okay. So here's the interview. Looks a little confusing, right? We have 4 questions that we can ask. Okay. We can do, how good are you at register? How good are you at restocking? How good are you at sales? How good are you at marketing? And the different personality traits that might be there that would impact what kind of an employee they would make. Okay. Right now, again, the main thing we're interested in is sales. So if we click this person is terrible at sales. They have 0 sales experience in any kind of way, shape, or form. That is terrible. Okay. So we are not going to worry about hiring Savannah. I kind of fully expected it by the way that she said that she only had experience in shopping at stores. Okay. This person, Briar, seen some YouTube videos on sales. Okay. So they might have a little bit of sales experience. Let's go ahead and check. Very little. Okay. So you see there's different skill levels of things, and I'll just go ahead and open all of these up for you guys so you can see what this looks like. Okay. So, each of these tiers does different things. So this one right here means that they can sell. Not that they're going to be very good at it, but just that the option is there for them to be a salesperson. Same with this cashier, restocker, and marketer. Okay. Restockers, for instance, if you hire a restocker, okay, you yourself as the person are able to do everything at the best skill level that you possibly can. Okay. So when you restock shelves, when you pull items out of your crates and put them onto the shelves and that kind of thing, you're never going to break an item. Okay. However, if you hire a restocker, there is the risk that when they are dealing with inventory, they're going to have breakage, which means that you lose the money for whatever it is that they broke. Okay. There's no insurance to cover it. It's just gone. So for instance, an item like a $700 computer, if they break it, you lose that $700. So there's a skill, I think it's this one right here, that if they have this skill, then they will never break an item, or there's very, very little risk of them breaking an item. Okay. This right here, the sales stuff, the more stuff they have, the better salesperson they're going to be, the more successful they're going to be, and the more likely they're going to be able to upsell somebody to buy more than one product even. So this person sucks. We're going to go ahead and cancel them too. Okay. They kind of sucked at everything. If you notice, they had like basically no skill in anything. All right. So this guy, a girl, Noelani, a summer at a music shop and attended summer class in cash control. So they're probably going to have some ability in register, but we're going to check the sales. Sucks at sales. Okay. They had some register, not much, but a little bit. All right. So again, and you know, they can market too. All right. So we're going to cancel that. Running out of people to interview here. And that happens, you know? That happens. 3 years at a pet store, attended an online university that teached in advertising. Yeah, the person that built this game, English is not their native language. You'll notice that. Okay, so this person does have a couple of levels in sales. Not much, but a couple. It might be worth like actually hiring them to see what else they can do, perhaps. But let me check their traits. So they are charismatic. They gain a bonus to interaction with customers. That's good for a salesperson to have. What's their main negative? Their main negative is they're sleepy-headed. They lose energy faster. That's not too big of a deal. Let's go with their other negative. They're pessimist, so they consume more mood during the day too. I mean, that's not horrible. I've seen a lot worse. Let's take a look at them. We'll offer them. We'll start the offer at $12 an hour. They're not that skilled. They might take it. Okay, just a little bit more. All right, so let's go up to maybe $13.50-ish. Like proposal. I'm not gonna go much higher, dude. You're not that skilled. Nah, they're just not worth it. If they had maybe a couple more levels in sales, yes, that would be worth it. But okay, a year as an assistant manager in a sporting goods store, they might have some sales. Let's take a look. Yeah, see, they've got more sales. These 2 levels of sales, they will definitely be really good at it. But, you know, having these 3 as a bare minimum is pretty good. That's not bad. So let's go ahead and take a look at their positives. They are energetic. They lose energy slower. They're demanding, so we know already they're going to look for higher wages. And a part-timer, so they like shorter working days. All right, well, let's try offering them about 17. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to go much higher than 20, guy. Okay. So they took $20 an hour. That's a lot of money. Okay. It really is. We're going to hold on to him for the moment. Okay. Because if I find somebody better for cheaper, then I will take them. An evening. I'm sorry. At evenings in a music shop while studying. Okay. Maybe. Well, they got about the same amount of sales experience. So they're positive, workaholic. Okay, they need less days off. That's helpful. However, they are a part-timer as well, and they are moody, so they have a higher risk of angering customers. That's not really all that great, especially as a salesperson. But let's see what they offer. Not the best. Okay, so they'll work for 15. They'll work for 15. So we get the same amount of skill, right? We get the same amount of skill out of this guy as we did with this guy. But this guy is $5 cheaper an hour. I'm going to dismiss this guy, okay? And I'll keep this guy around. We'll go ahead and hire him. We don't necessarily have to use him, but I'm going to take a look and see what else maybe we have on offer. And again, we're just looking for sales right now, right? So I'm sorry, I didn't catch what this person did, but we'll take a look. Okay, no, they suck. Not worth it. They suck. Okay. And the last person? No, they were the last person. Okay, so we have this guy hired. If we go over here to this board and we click on him, what's his name? Graham? Yeah, so Graham, what you got? Graham Lear. His other positive trait was that he's energetic, so he loses energy slower, and he's a workaholic, so he needs less days off. However, he is a part-timer, so he needs less hours per day, and he's moody. The moody is not necessarily gonna affect us too hard. It just kind of depends on how many hours we have him working, I think, because he starts off at a lower mood, and the lower the mood gets, the more that is going to take effect, right? So let's take a look at his talents. So as you can see, he can sell, right? That's what that one means. He has the sales risk. So he has the highest level of that. Develops the manners of your staff, reducing the risk of unintentionally insulting customers, making them leave the store. So he's really good at not doing that. So the fact that he's got the highest level of that might make it so that his moodiness doesn't take effect. And then the other one that he's got is special price. Your staff learns the basics of selling to customers, removing the need to offer discounts as often. Reducing unnecessary discounts will increase your revenue. Exactly. So that's good to have that maxed out as well. So sales convince, it's too bad that he doesn't have that, because that one would make it so that they can get that interaction successful pretty much every time if you've got that maxed out. And sales speed, they can do the talking faster, so they can get more customers more frequently. And then sales boost, this one basically just every level that you get in it makes the customers like more likely to give a very positive review in the end. We can also see he's got a little tad of marketing experience too, although we're just not gonna make use of that. That's not what he's here for. So if we go to this board, if we click here, this is where you can set what tasks this person is going to do on this specific day. So if we have him work on Monday, we can select to have him do either sales, marketing, restocking, or cashiering. No, it doesn't show up there because he doesn't have any skills in it, right? But that's what we could choose to do if he had the skills. We can also choose what hours he's going to work. Okay, so we can, for instance, have him work this whole day, where he's coming in the whole day, the whole time, and then we can right click to give the break time. So we can have it set so that this hour right here is going to be his break time. Okay. Now he liked shorter working hours, but he didn't mind having more days. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is Mondays we're going to give him off. We can have him work 6 days a week, and we can have him do these hours for those days. Okay, right there. The weekends tend to be a little busier. That's why I'm having them work Saturday and Sunday. So this means that they won't come in until 2 hours after the store opens. Okay, and they'll work for, 6 hours. Okay, so if we have him taking a break at about this time of day, then he's not going to be upset. His mood will be better and so on and so forth by the time that he gets to the end of the day, where we're going to need him the most because the customers come in this later time period in the day, right? So this should be a pretty good setup for him. We're going to go ahead and close this up. Now, we need to place the order for our items to be restocked, because if we don't, we're not going to have anything to sell. So again, we do the minimum storage. We have 8 items to refill. It's going to cost us $1,300. We will add those. We will place the order, and they will come in the morning, leaving us $1,024 to be able to get through tomorrow. And with that, we're going to get through tomorrow. So I do appreciate all of you guys being here. I hope that you have enjoyed this, a little introduction to King of Retail. It is a definite fun game. There's a lot more to it than you would think, but it's a fun game. I like it a lot, and I've put quite a few hours into it. So if you liked this, let me know. Hit that like button. And if you enjoyed this kind of content, click on that subscribe button, click the notification bell. I do this kind of stuff all the time, and I'd love for you guys to come and take part in it. And let me know what you think. Comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. So until next time, keep safe out there. Have fun. Thank you so much as always for watching, and we'll talk to you again later. Hello, Rose.
saw you taking a little detour out there to talk to that overseer of yours.
This land is his land, and none else are welcome.
Enemy sighted! Guys, they're here!
Okay. Oop, I don't know. Where'd you come from?